Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is a Matilda Tier 4 British medium tank. It's located on the eastbourne of Sand River and it's under the command of ProvoBob. Now, as ProvoBob is on the Australian-New Zealand server, he's going to be finding a lot of bots in this game. Yes, there are quite a few bots on both sides, so some of those can be unpredictable. Now, he's armed with the 2-pounder squeeze bore, which, as you may know because I've said it before, it squeezes a 40mm shell into a 30mm slug that comes out the end of the barrel at 1300 feet per second, or is it 1300 meters per second? So it's going considerably faster than when it left the 40mm part of the barrel. It's only doing about 800 meters per second when it comes out of the actual breech block. But it's speeded up by the fact that it's actually squeezed and the propellant gases get behind it in full force and spit it out the end at tremendous force, which means it can penetrate a lot of really heavy armour. In fact, if I just bring up the stats, you can see it'll do 55 alpha, penetrating 121mm of armour with standard AP. And with the APCR, that goes up to 145mm. Enemy tank's been spotted up in the north. I'm firing a blind shot up on top of the hill, on the off chance there's an enemy tank up there. But the first enemy tank comes into sight is a Valentine.
That was close. That was close. That was fucking close. That was close. No, that's wrong. That was close. Wait. That was close. That was close.
Oh,
we've close.
Got dozens of Klauses at work here. Yeah, I'm afraid he set light to that Valentine, and that's why
that was close.
That's why the Klauses suddenly cloned themselves.
That was close. No, that's wrong. That was close. Wait. That was close.
I think we're going to have to take the mod out eventually.
That was close.
It's starting to work.
That was close.
Even with direct hits.
Wait. That was close. That was fucking close. That was close.
He's got 3 kills already. The Klauses are taking over. I could almost stop talking and the Klauses will do the rest for me. No, I don't think there's anything there. He's blind firing on top of the hill, but on the off chance there might be a tank destroyer up there with a live person. In fact, there are 2 tank destroyers on the enemy team, and it's very likely that they are live players because they've got kills. Well, the enemy is starting to come down from on high.
That was close. That was close. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wait. That was close. That was fucking close. That was close.
Got no shots on those other guys for the moment. That's better. He's knocking some of the buildings down to actually get shots on these guys.
That was close.
That's his 4th kill. Panzer tree, yes. Hit him in the tracks. Tracked him again.
That was close.
Yep, got another hit. And tracked him again. He's not going to move now. Just tear him to shreds.
Wait. That was fucking close. That was close. That was close.
And he's got the kill. That's his 5th kill. He's used up a lot of the AP rounds that he's actually got, and he does have a reserve of APCR, but they are expensive, and I don't think he really wants to use those if he can help it. Ah, here comes one of the enemy tanks, a Valentine 2. That's the Soviet Valentine, not the British one. Now, I'm not sure why he's backing up here to try and see in this direction. The Valentine's only a short distance away, right in front of him. And he's still trying to shoot up onto the heights. You're wasting your AP. Bob. That's valuable AP rounds. Now, you don't want to fire that. Hit that guy there.
That was close. That was close. No,
that's a live player.
Was close. That was fucking close. That was close. That was close.
Oh, Amarak, he blew the turret off.
That was close. That was close.
So he's got his top gun.
That was fucking close. That was close.
Lost sight of the AMX-38. Oh, he's firing in this direction, so he is not a bot. Yep, he's definitely trying to get shots. There he is. Go for it.
That was close.
Now tear him to shreds.
That
He's tracked.
was close.
He's tracked.
That was close. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Wait. That was fucking close.
That's his 7th kill. I think we might have to ask D-Tronics and Zoe if they can make it so that the Klaus mod doesn't work if it's a tank and only works if it's Arty. Because all of those shots, the ones that were direct hits, were triggering Klaus when they should have only been triggered if it was a near miss. If that was close. So something up with the mod if it's doing it the rest of the time. Okay, T29. This could be his 8th kill. Unfortunately, he's in a tier 4 tank, which means he can't get a Radley's. They don't award Radley's below tier 5. Lost sight of the T29. Needs to get close to the bushes so he can see. That's better. I think the T29 went behind that big rock to the left. That's what he thinks as well. There he is. Yes, he is there. Ooh, almost. He's only got 2 rounds of standard AP left, and there's still 3 enemies out there. 2 of them are directly in front of him, the DW2 and the T29. The AMX-38's going up to try and get this guy to come out, and he does.
That was close.
And that is his 8th kill of the game. Potentially also the high caliber. There is one tank on the enemy team, a T40 with 4 kills. So I doubt if he's going to have as much damage as ProvoBob appears to have. I'd be very surprised if he does. I'm pretty sure that ProvoBob's got the high caliber. What we do know for certain, he's definitely got a top gun because he's got 6 kills. But he's got 8 in total, but he won't see a Radley's. I remember quite a while back, about what, 3 or 4 years ago, I managed to get 10 kills in a Matilda. I was very pleased with myself, and of course I knew at the time that there was no way I was going to get a Pools medal, simply because of course you can't get a Pools with a tier 4 tank. And so I had to make do with all the medals I got alongside the high caliber and top gun for 10 kills. I think he's given up on that DW2 coming down to the cap, but if he does come down to the cap, well, the B1 can always go after him. There's the T40 above their cap area. Well, not above the cap area, but nearby. DW2 has been spotted, and he's not coming down to our cap. He's actually coming down the centre. AMX-38's found him. Now the options for ProvoBob would be to cross the riverbed, come up the ramp on the other side, and then take shots at the DW2 as he comes down. But well, the enemy T40 has been killed, and it could be that the guys who are actually sitting near the cap area at the moment are bots. Let's have a look. No, they're real players. They are real players. Only the T127 on our team is a bot. Mind you, he is one of the ones that's actually in the cap area. So the DW2 is the only enemy left, and instead of going after him, ProvoBob's headed towards the enemy cap area. But he's so slow, this tank will only do 24 kilometers an hour forwards and 11 backwards. It is a very slow tank. It's a walking tank. It's designed to drive alongside the troops as they walk towards the enemy. And that's it. The game's over. They've capped out. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well ProvoBob did. Well, he's got a first-class tanker in the Matilda. He managed to get a demolition expert because he blew the turret off that Valentine. He also got an arsonist because he set light to one of the enemy tanks, and well, we watched him burn. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser middle for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 17, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a top gun for getting at least 6 kills. In fact, he ended up with 8. And his win rate from the battle was 18,553. Very good score indeed. Super Unicum and quite a bit more, but I think that all comes down to the fact that it was basically a shooting gallery for him. A lot of the enemy just made stupid errors, and well, their dash towards the cap from the wrong direction actually went into ProvoBob's hands, because he nicely situated himself in such a way that he could actually take on those enemy tanks as they either came up the riverbed or did what they did, which was actually come over the dunes directly towards the cap, which was completely the wrong mistake, completely the wrong thing to do. If they'd actually had any sense, they would have followed that T29, go up through the pass, come back down directly south, and that way they could have used the dunes for cover as they were approaching the cap. But sadly they didn't do that, and of course that played straight into ProvoBob's hands. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he did get the highest damage with 2,444 hit points, and of course picked up the high caliber and top gun. The next high scorer was the Stug 3B, who got 1,705 hit points, and he got a Confederate. And after that, it was the T40 on the enemy team with 1,449. You can see the rest of the players were bots. When it came to kills, it was ProvoBob again with 8 kills. 4 kills went to the T40, 2 kills to the Stug 3B. And when it came to base XP, ProvoBob managed to get 965, not enough for an ace tanker. 895 went to the Valentine 2, and 595 went to the Stug 3B. He fired 90 rounds in that game, got 56 direct hits and 41 penetrations, damage of 2,444 hit points, of which 747 were at more than 300 meters, so a fair amount of it was at close range. 6 hits received, all 6 were non-penetrations. The Matilda is actually quite tough armour. In fact, it's, if I remember correctly, it's sort of like 75mm at the front, 50 at the sides. It's very, very strong, so it's very difficult to penetrate it with tier 3 or tier 4 guns. You can penetrate it with tier 5, but about the only tank that actually can reliably penetrate a Matilda is a Lux with a 3cm gun. He blocked damage of 127 hit points, spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 8, and he earned 36,024 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 24,524 credits. He received 1,447 XP, times 2 for the first victory, took away 2,895 experience points altogether. So a particularly good game for ProvoBob in the Matilda, and I think he did make the right decision actually to stay near his cap and wait for the enemy to come rushing in. Usually that is a very, very big mistake for the enemy to come rushing in, but I think they worked on the basis that if, well, most of the enemy players or most of ProvoBob's team had actually moved away from the cap, they would have rushed in, capped and won the game just like that. But of course there was that big problem that ProvoBob wasn't going to let them do that. So he just sat there and harvested the enemy tanks as they came in. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Let other people know that we exist, because apparently not that many people do know that What Arty Noobs exists, or if they do know we exist, they think that we do nothing but Arty replays. No, we do tank replays as well. So if you enjoyed that replay, thanks very much indeed for watching.